All right, I'm going to make a call here, which is that we're going to hold off on the next ad break because not just this press conference, and you can see the officials preparing remarks. There's also a simultaneous press conference that's just happening in London right now that I want to try and take a live feed of in a moment or two's time, but I want to show you part of it, which has been the parents of those that are the hostages. Now, Israel has apparently made an offer to Hamas, which is that if the hostages are released, then food, water, electricity will be returned. These are the families, and we'll just take a couple of seconds, and obviously, if we have to bounce from London to Tel Aviv, we will, and obviously, if the hour ticks over, it'll be the late debate that'll be picking up after me. But here's some live news of the people whose families are at the absolute heart of this, and there may well be an offer that might get them home in exchange for food, fuel, water, electricity being turned back on in Gaza. Let's go to London.
And I show you everything. And you work for the BBC. And I ask the BBC to call it for what it is. To use human code and to call it for what it is. The Hamas is an organization that came to do one thing and one thing only. And we have that responsibility. What will happen in Gaza next, everybody knew, and they have a year to plan this. So if you want to protect your people, you have a year to do that. It didn't stop here, right? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that because I'm not a politician. My ways of dealing with things are very different than what I see that is happening on the ground. I believe in humanity. You saw in the video that I show you, people come into the kibbutz and they take with them kids' bike. So someone believed that if they take a bike for his kid from the kibbutz to the other side, they believe that they will improve their quality of life. They believe in future. 1 + 1 = 2. What will happen in 3 days? Everybody knows. What's the expectation? So whoever planned this operation had to plan also what will happen next, and I have no clue. I think we've all been in this, we live here for many years, but we grew up in the region and we know how it works. It's just sad and heartbreaking escalation of violence that will just include more generations, and that is what is the way out. So nuance right now feels terrible. Terrible.
I would like to add that at the moment, my mom and dad are also there. You know, I'm not really going to tell you what I think is right and wrong. I think that, you know, they have shown that they have no mercy, and we have to protect our people. I don't know. I am not a military person. I'm not a politician. But beyond that, we need to find a way for a future. And I think at the moment, it's really, really just the fact that we can't do anything until these elderly people and children are back. This is on message for me, because we can sit here and we're going to spend the rest of our life dealing with this atrocity. This is the defining moment of our life, you know. What we have worked and our parents worked for, and, you know, our children, everything we have done, there's nothing left, you know. All my parents' life work, it's gone, yeah? We will deal with that later. At the moment, my friend's daughter is autistic. She's not very well to be kind of in a very acute situation. She can hardly handle daily life. I want her out. The rest is just really the rest for me. And once we solve this, we can start looking at this horrendous atrocity. There will be changes, because there were changes after 73 and there was changes after 2011. It's a moment of change. We have yet to really comprehend what took place. But now we are still in the event. We are not after the event. And in this event, these children and elderly must come back home.
Sharon is the lady that you can see on your screen right now. She was on with Sherry Markson a little bit earlier. The other man that was speaking is a man by the name of Noam, and his mother is one of those that has already been taken as a hostage. Just a couple of minutes before we were able to take this press conference live, I wanted to play what he had to say about what his family is going through as his mother, imagine this, is a hostage of Hamas tonight.
I shouldn't sit here today. I should have been on my way to Heathrow to pick up my mum, who's coming to celebrate her 75th birthday today with her family here in London. I'm here because of pure evil. I'm here because I need to ask for help to release babies, kids, mothers, and old people from their captivity. My name is Noam Sagi. I'm a British citizen, and I am one of your own. On Saturday morning, Kibbutz Nir Oz, where I was born, grew up, woke up to a massacre, to a second Holocaust. They've been gassed, burned, butchered, slaughtered, killed, and kidnapped. Mostly young kids and old elderly people.
That is the pain of those that are desperately waiting for information about their family members. There is that live press conference taking place right now, highlights at skynews.com.au.